Hello, everybody. My name is Terrence, or Terry. I am the vice president of the Anime Club, and today, joining me for the first ever Anime Club podcast is our president.
Hello, my name is Austin. I'm the club president, and I'm very excited to do this podcast with you, Terry. We're going to have an excellent time.
Oh, yeah, we have executed everybody that's not supposed to be in this room.
Yep, this is actually the club room that we're recording in.
What?
They're all downstairs at Games Day today. We had to get away from them well, I had to get away. They really want me to play Smash Brothers right now, but,
Yeah.
I got some stuff to do.
Yeah, like, film this podcast.
Yep, it's about time. So, what do you want to get into first?
So, as any good arc goes, there is a beginning. So, why don't we talk about how we got into anime, stuff that's going on in the club, and then we can end off the show with shouting out some of our fellow Sheridan clubs. You know, just to have the all rising tides floats all boats. Is that the saying?
That's I've never heard that before, but that's probably correct. So let's give it a try. Such a fucking I already cursed. Cut that out. And now you're peeking the mic. Okay.
Okay.
Let's rock paper scissors. Who's gonna talk about our backstory first?
Okay, good.
Alright.
Okay.
That probably doesn't sound good on the mic.
No, but
That's fine.
I won the rock paper scissors,
What does that mean?
so that means you go first.
Oh, okay. All right. Where to start? Where to start? So I'm old. I have 26 years of being alive. So where did I start with anime? Well, I found out about anime when I was a teenager. I didn't get into it then, but
Yeah.
my friends were watching this little show. It's called Kero Kero Gunso.
Really?
It's like a frog anime.
What?
I watched a couple episodes of it. I didn't really feel like getting into it, but yeah. Unlike a lot of people who got into anime, well, I mean, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh and Beyblade on like YTV, here,
Oh, yeah.
here in Canada, and Avatar: The Last Airbender, which isn't an anime, but it's too early to get into that right now. But yeah, I wasn't really into much anime until I was a much older teenager, 16. 17, I started playing these games. Well, even earlier than that, I got into Ace Attorney, which is a good detective.
That's a good game.
Yeah, I'm a big Ace Attorney fan as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I played like all of the games. But I mean, that's like the first anime-ish thing. Well, I don't know. Kingdom Hearts is another game I got into as a kid. That's kind of anime-ish.
Disney makes great anime.
Yeah, there's the Disney part, and then there's the Final Fantasy part, which is kind of anime, and then everything in between, like the original characters, are all the anime characters, basically.
Yeah.
Like with the spiky hair and the shonen tropes.
Power of friendship.
Yeah, but that's like my first like exposure to like anime-ish media. And then I played this little game series my friend wanted me to play. It's called Danganronpa.
Oh my goodness, that one's good.
Yeah, Danganronpa. I just had a shadow. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, Danganronpa is another good little detective game, and I was like, wow, this game is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then eventually an anime came out for it, like in the series, it's like continues the story. And I watched that, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty good. Maybe anime is actually pretty good. And then at the time I was in college, I actually went to Sheridan back in 2015 for a program, and then I fell out of it, and then now I'm back again. But
Yeah. Return of the King.
yep, a cycle of life, circle of life, circle of life.
Yeah, let's go with circle.
It's like a circle.
Circle, anyways.
Yeah. So I was in college and I was talking to my friends about it, and they're like, "Yeah, well, anime is good. You could just like watch anime." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I guess I can." Because
Yeah.
it was like winter, just like a day like today, except like way colder and like snowy. And I was in my program, kind of like stinked. No offense to the computer programmer people, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not a social program.
Oh yeah.
So
tell me about it.
I got this little thing called a little bit of I don't know if this is too dark to get into 4 minutes into the podcast.
Oh, boy.
But it's a little bit of a seasonal depression, right?
Let's go.
So
We'd love to see it.
seasonal depression. So I'm like, man, what's gonna make me happy? What do other people do to make them happy? They watch anime. They watch slice of life anime.
Oh, boy.
So that's how I really got into it. Back in like 2016, 2017, I was downing those slice of life animes, and then I realized, oh, there's different kinds of anime I could be
boy.
watching. I got the action, the mystery, the psychological stuff. Eventually, I went like all over the place with it. So that's how I started, really.
Yeah.
Now I'll throw it over to you because I feel like I talked for like 5 hours just now, but
No,
it's only
it's
a couple
okay.
minutes.
No, it's all good. Yeah, just take a deep breath, man. Just slow it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I'm breathing.
No, yeah, maybe now, huffing and puffing a little
Yeah.
bit. My journey into anime is actually a little bit of a tale. I had a childhood best friend. He's actually an executive of this club.
Ooh.
Yeah, I knew him since I was 12, and you know, he got into anime like really early on. I would say like maybe like eighth grade, seventh grade. I could be remembering wrong, but he would talk about it all the time, to my knowledge, and then I decided to give it a try. I watched Sao
Oh.
as my first ever anime, and a lot of people shit on Sao for good reason, or majority of people shit on it for because it's fun to shit on.
I'll give my 30 seconds opinion on it real
Okay,
quick. Okay,
yeah.
I watched 3 or 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this is pretty boring. I'm not gonna watch anymore.
I
And
see.
from what I hear, it doesn't really get much better.
No.
But that's my opinion on it.
Yeah. My 2 cents on it is that most people hate it for the wrong reasons. They hate it because it's the funny thing to shit on, like the thing that birthed all isekai, or a majority of shitty isekai, I guess.
I never specifically said what my first slice of life were. That might surprise you, because it was what was airing at the time.
Yeah.
Back in 2017, if you remember, Miss Kobayashi's Maid Dragon.
That was airing since then.
Yeah, that was the first season of that, and I
That's
watched it. I'm
crazy.
like, this is pretty cute. This is pretty. It's pretty good time.
Yeah.
Little do I know the connotations of that, but anyway. After that, I watched Nichijou, which is that KyoAni show that aired in like
Oh.
2010.
Yeah, yeah.
That
I've
show
seen
was
clips.
awesome. That show is
It's
actually
funny.
like the peak.
It's funny.
And it never got better than that after
yeah.
all the other anime I watched. And then also also airing at the same time, Gabriel Dropout. Have you watched Slice of Life?
I haven't. I should.
Oh, that's another cute little funny thing.
Yeah, but
But yeah, not good as much as SAO.
yeah.
SAO is way more popular.
Yeah, I would say I liked the concept of it. The concept was really cool. The first season, actually, I really enjoyed. Things got weird around like the second half of season 1.
Do you think obviously, this is kind of a rhetorical question. You know other anime that does SAO better?
What?
No, do you know?
No,
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
Okay, well, I know. I'll tell you them later.
Okay, weird. Yeah. So after SAO, I watched One Punch Man because that was airing
Oh, I also watched that early.
right as I was getting into middle school.
What year was that?
Oh shit.
You're young as hell.
I know, this is dating me. Dating both of us actually. Maybe.
Yeah,
Was
'cause
it like
I did watch it when it was airing, I think.
like
Or-
2016, 2017?
yeah, 2017.
Yeah. So I was 13 at the time.
I was not. I was much older.
Yeah, so I watched One Punch Man. I loved One Punch Man. That was great. But then after that, I fell out of anime.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like I just stopped watching it. I did other things like play video games and watch YouTube videos while playing video games.
Yes, my favorite.
And then during high school, the executive friend, he kept begging me to watch anime all throughout high school, but I was a little bit of a contrarian, and I said no, because yeah.
I forgot to mention in high school, there was an anime club in my high school.
Really?
Well, the first high school I went to 2 separate high schools, but in any case, there was an anime club. We didn't watch anime there. We played video games.
What?
Like I remember one distinct memory is that we played Just Dance
What?
at my high school anime club, and nobody in the club watched anime. I didn't watch anime at the time. I just wanted to be there with friends,
Yeah.
as I'm sure a lot of people do. We did watch Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
What is that?
Oh, let me get into that later.
Fuck.
But it's the closest thing you can get to an anime, but it's not truly. I mean, I
Okay.
guess it is. It's probably on anime.
Is it
NLS.
like those old Final Fantasy like DVD movies?
Yes.
Oh shit! I remember having some of those as a kid.
Yeah, it's pretty old, but it still holds up. I think it still aged pretty well.
Really? Yeah. So all
Yeah.
throughout high school.
I cut you out, but yeah.
Nah, it's all good. Yeah, this is how the podcast goes. You just jump in,
Yeah.
tell interesting
just
stories.
cut each other off. All
Hell
the
yeah!
time.
Oh yeah, get pissed and fall out 50 episodes later. I stepped down.
50?
I guess.
We're gonna make that. I don't know. We're gonna make it to 5.
But yeah, so all throughout high school, didn't watch anime, to the absolute dismay of our friend, and COVID hit.
COVID hit while you were in high school.
Yeah, I was.
It's not in high school.
I was in the latter half of grade 11.
Ah.
Yeah, and I got incredibly bored during the pandemic.
So you didn't have a real graduation.
No, I did not buy a yearbook because I did not want to. A, I didn't submit a photo into my yearbook because it's virtual, and B, I didn't want to go flip through pages of just first people's names and not have a picture there.
I mean, this is probably doesn't sound that novel to a lot of listeners. I'm sure you guys also had COVID during high school. Like,
yeah.
I'm just like old, so I didn't.
No, it's all good. But yeah, I got incredibly bored during the pandemic, and I was like on Instagram, and I was watching Demon Slayer season 2 clips. Yeah, so I'm just like spoiling myself, thinking like I'll never watch this. Who cares? And then I keep seeing clips on my feed. I keep seeing these. I'm just like, you know what? I'm so bored. This will probably make my friend happy. So I watched Demon Slayer as my re-entry point into anime.
That's probably not bad at all.
Yeah.
Where was I when Demon Slayer came out? I was still watching anime, but I know I didn't watch that show seasonally. What was it, like 2018?
What?
Demon Slayer?
Maybe season 1?
Oh yeah, you said season 2.
Yeah, maybe season 1.
No, I did watch season 2 seasonally, but after season 1 came out, I kind of like skipped it and then it came back to it.
Yeah. So I started watching Demon Slayer, and I watched the first episode, and like Demon Slayer does this really fucking annoying thing where they just leave the episode off at the most cliffhangery times.
Oh, I have a lot of good anime that do that.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I was gonna watch one episode a night, you know, just so like I have a little ritual before bedtime. But I watched the first episode and it just leaves off at this point, and I'm just like, what the fuck? That's it? And then I had to watch the next episode. I ended up watching like 3 or 4 episodes that night alone. And yeah, I got hooked in.
I just had like I just generated like a top 5 anime episodes that have the most mean cliffhangers in my head, like just now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna recommend all this anime to you.
Oh boy. Yeah. So if you don't know the dynamic between us hosts, Austino here, he is the knowledgeable older guru who will teach me, the novice, everything I need to know about anime.
It's like not even remotely true, but also like I don't have. Okay, I looked at my anime list. Terry, do you have an anime list?
I think I do, but I don't like add to it.
Yeah, that's typically I keep mine updated for the most part. I don't have the manga section updated because I have been like munching on a lot of manga like all over the place. But for anime, I keep it updated. And the last time I looked at it, there's about 350-ish.
Oh my god.
That I've watched, not that I finished.
Yeah.
What I finished is probably at least half of that, and like there's a lot on my planning to watch.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people listening here, they are probably I know there's a couple of them that you're listening. I'm calling you out right now. You're huge mecha fans. You're like, Austin's not a real anime fan. He didn't watch Austin didn't watch like all these 50 different mecha shows from like the 80s and the 90s. Well, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I've watched enough.
Yeah.
I have a good variety. The variety, I think, matters a lot.
We love a healthy mix of anime.
Yeah, I think for any genre you mentioned, I can probably name at least one that I like. I know there's some genres that I'm not into as much, like the aforementioned mecha, although there's a fair amount of mecha that I've watched, but none of them obscure like Gundam stuff. I'm not that deep. But
you're not a average Evangelion enjoyer.
I've watched all of Eva, actually. Evangelion. I've watched all of it. I've watched the original series, the movies, all of the movies. I just say, I watched the series and the movies. I don't want to get into it, but it's all right. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's way better than me right now because, like, I am super deep into my slice of life era of anime. Like...
You know, if it makes you happy, that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on people who watch anime that they need like a story, like arcs and like, you know, constant like drama, action. They need like the You
Attack
know,
on Titans.
they need the what is it called? The engage, like the not engagement, the constant stimulation of the eyeballs.
Yeah.
Slice of life, you know,
Takes it easy.
I get away from real life
Oh yeah.
to like, I want a peaceful life. I feel like a lot of people don't have a peaceful life, so
Yeah.
they turn to something that has a peaceful life, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fantasy,
Yeah.
seeing people just be happy.
Yeah, dude. Because we can't be happy ourselves.
Or like you can't just see people, like people always gotta be anyway. I don't even remember what we were talking about right before this.
We were talking about how we got into anime.
Did we cover everything?
I think we were wrapping up me. Yeah. So after Demon Slayer, that's where we left off on me, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I started watching a way more anime, and that's how I reconnected with the friend. And then after that, that led me to be a member in the Sheridan Anime Club.
The Sheridan.
Whoa.
Sheridan Anime Club
Sheridan, yeah.
at HMC B596, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m.
This Friday.
Every Friday. Also, meetings at Davis and Trafalgar. Nailed it.
Wow, that was such a smooth plug.
Yeah, check our Discord server, Clubs Corner, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We don't have Facebook.
Damn.
But look for us on Facebook. Maybe we'll be there one day.
The shilling.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's scary.
Twitter. We'll never have a Twitter account.
No, we don't want to.
Twitter's not even real anymore.
We don't want to get canceled.
Nah.
No.
We have enough of that on. I don't know.
Nice. Good way to save it. Yeah, but what are you watching right now?
What am I watching right now? What are you watching right now?
Oh, wow, that's a loaded question.
You know what? You go first.
Okay.
I'm not even doing rock paper scissors for this because it's gonna be long for me. So.
Okay, word. Well, we just had our anime exchange for the week, so I've just been assigned Gurren Lagann.
Terry, what is Anime Exchange?
Oh, right. Shit. I should probably explain that. Thank you. So basically, Anime Exchange is like Secret Santa, but instead of getting a gift, you get the gift of watching a new anime received or given to you by a random member of the club.
Supposedly random.
Supposedly.
It's not so random, but
Yeah, because we have the same
we know people are terrible at keeping secrets.
Yeah. Looking at you, Saud.
Just calling out like that.
Yeah.
The person who has my anime don't know who they don't know it's me. They don't know it's me. I don't know who I got from. I don't even. What did I even get? I put on. Oh yeah, I got Great Pretender. Nice. I did want to watch that. It's on my planning already. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anime Exchange. We make it sound like it's a novel concept, but a fun fact that I didn't actually tell anybody until this very moment. I stole it from a Discord server.
That's crazy.
That I don't really talk in. I just like saw that they're doing this. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a cool idea. I'm gonna steal it. And nobody will ever know.
Damn.
Until now, I just told the world.
Damn. Wow. Self-prosecuting over here is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just full of guilt.
Yeah. He can't sleep at night. No.
So is that all you're watching? Just like Exchange, or are you watching anything else?
I finished Insomniacs after school.
That aired like a year ago, didn't it?
I know.
Okay. I mean, not to judge you. It's good to watch. I mean, there's a lot of anime from a year ago I didn't finish. I'll get around to it. But
yeah.
Are you watching anything recently?
Recently, I don't think so. I think
Wow.
I don't keep up with the seasons, cause I'm not that hardcore into the anime sphere yet. Surprising, even though I'm vice president of our club.
You know, there's a lot of executives, a lot of members that don't even know anything.
Yeah.
You know, the Naruto and the One Piece and the Bleach. That's what they watch.
I haven't even watched Naruto.
I haven't watched any of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is not about me. Well, it is about me. Now it's about me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about what I'm watching. So,
of course, go off, King.
So seasonals. Actually, first let's do not seasonals.
Okay.
So, there's this anime called Space Dandy. Have you heard of it?
I haven't.
Okay, it's a very cool space comedy, drama, artistic thing.
Okay.
It aired in 2014. My friend's been begging me to watch it for years, so I'm watching it.
That's crazy.
But very slowly. I'm not binging it because I feel like the anime is not. Some shows that aren't meant to be binged, you kind of just consume them when you feel like it.
And then like, if you binge it, you don't get to emotionally process all of the things in that one episode.
It's sort of true sometimes, but also it's just kind of like exhausting. Some shows are just like
Yeah.
exhausting to watch.
One
nonstop.
Piece, 1,500 episodes.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's easy to binge One Piece. I've never seen it. But.
Yeah, it takes like 20 days, like 20 straight days, no sleep, no washroom, no food.
I don't want to talk about One Piece anymore.
Okay.
The people who haven't watched One Piece that are listening to this, they're sick of hearing it, and the people who know One Piece, they're probably not watching this or listening, except like Saud. Second call out.
Second call out.
All right. So that's the one show. Strap in. There's more.
Oh boy.
Damn, I'm drawing a blank. Okay, I guess I can talk about the anime exchange from last exchange we did. I had Seraph at the end.
Yeah.
I got a few episodes in. Not that engaged. I think I'll move it from my watching to my paused list. I have a paused list.
Pause list?
Yep, I have anime that I've started, haven't finished it, and I plan to finish at some point in my life.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of anime on there. I have detachment issues. I should just drop most of it because realistically, I'm never gonna finish most of them. But you know, it's like kind of like I'm a messy person. What can I say? I'll finish that eventually. And then there's a third one that is not coming to me right now. That is older. Oh yeah, Banana Fish.
Banana Fish.
Yeah. Shout out to the one Banana Fish fan who is making everybody watch the show. It's actually really good so far. I've only seen like 2 episodes though.
I remember their presentation on Banana Fish.
Yeah, they're probably not even listening to this right now, but you know, maybe they will be.
I mean, this isn't live.
Well, I mean, that's not what I meant. Of course it's not live. I mean, they're gonna be listening to it like as the. Never mind. I don't want to.
Way to go, Austin.
I don't want to do this right now. Banana Fish. So that's cool. That's a cool anime. Apparently, it's very messed up. So I'm
Very
excited. Excited for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking to see messed. Anyway. Now for seasonals, I'm watching 8 shows.
Oh boy.
It's a pretty medium to maybe high number of shows, but they're all pretty chill.
Yeah.
I've gotten really good at watching shows because I got through all of Gintama in over, short bursts of time, you know, on and off. Gintama, if you don't know, is a very long show. Not as long as One Piece, but it's also like mostly comedy. So it's I feel like it's pretty hard to binge except for the serious arcs. Because, you know, you're just sitting through, like, comedy skits after comedy skits. And,
like, making fun of anime
but also,
tropes?
but it's also, like, very peak. It's very good.
Okay.
I'm a huge Gintama fan.
That's good
I'm good for all. I know earlier today in the club we were playing a little bit of Jeopardy, and there's a Gintama fan, and I was, like, very happy that they exist in my presence. But yeah, because I watched all of Gintama, I've been very good at watching TV shows, not even just anime. Last year, I went through The Sopranos.
The Sopranos.
The best TV show ever made.
Best anime.
Better than any anime ever made.
Oh,
as the anime club president, yes, a TV show that aired like 20 years ago is better than anything anime ever made.
Wow.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I got through both of those last year.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty long shows.
Yeah,
pretty good. That's all I'm going to say about them because this isn't a Breaking Bad podcast.
Yeah, no. We could make one.
Well, there wouldn't be much to talk about. The show's over.
True.
I don't know who would listen to it. But yeah, I watched all those shows. So yeah, those 8 seasonals I mentioned like 5 hours ago.
Yes.
So if I can run them off the top of my head, I wish I had like wrote stuff down for this.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: we don't have anything written down. We're just
just winging this.
We're just going off the dome. So let me go through it. So there is Solo Leveling, which is probably the most popular show right now.
Ooh, yes. I have the first volume of the
you've
manhwa.
read it. Have you read like all of it?
I haven't read all of it. I have read like 5 pages of the first volume. I want to read it first and then watch it.
That's fair. I know a fella. I don't know how many name drops we get. We already name dropped Salad like twice. Nick has read all of it, and he's waiting for the show to finish to watch it.
I see.
And he said that it's pretty good. Anime hasn't truly like impressed me yet. It looks pretty visually stunning and like all that, but I don't know. The story hasn't really engaged me yet, but I'm sure if I read it, I'd be engaged. So that's my own. I don't know. Are you
scared that it might be like another Demon Slayer situation?
No, I feel like Demon Slayer has its problems that stem from the actual manga.
I see. Yeah.
Like the anime, for all intents and purposes, has only like improved the source material.
Really?
I think.
Okay.
I mean, the worst it's done is probably drag things out a bit longer and like release like a billion movies or whatever. I don't know.
There's one or two.
No, there's one. I'm just being facetious. The other theatrical releases are I don't. No, I don't talk about this anymore.
Okay.
No more Demon Slayer.
No more Demon
We
Slayer.
allotted the time for Demon Slayer already.
Okay.
So yeah, Solo Leveling, Delicious in Dungeon. I read the first manga. That's a good.
Oh, I've heard about that.
It's a very comfy show.
Okay.
Very good Trigger anime studio. They make a lot of good stuff.
Nice.
And they're adapting this manga. This is a comfy like cooking show.
About killing and eating monsters.
Yes, comfy.
Comfy.
It's very comfy. That's the best I can describe that.
It gives campfire cooking in another world vibes.
I've heard that show's actually better from people who've watched that show. I didn't actually watch that show.
I love campfire cooking in another world.
I should watch it. I've only heard great things about it.
Oh yeah.
See, I might get some anime from you too. See, it's not gonna be a one-way street here.
Okay. Word.
But I guess I already know that anime exists, so
Exactly.
It's not exactly true. But so that's 2.
Oh boy.
8. Okay, I'll go over the anime originals real quick. There's Metallic Rouge, which is like this girl boss pseudo mecha like Power Rangers spy
Let's go.
thing. It's made by Studio Bones. It's pretty good so far. I've only seen 2 episodes. Buchigiri is an Arabian Nights cross with Tokyo Revengers.
What?
It's cool.
That's crazy.
You know Tokyo Revengers?
Yeah, I know the concept of it. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
But Arabian Nights?
Yeah, Arabian Nights, the Aladdin stuff.
Arabian Nights.
It's a comedy. It's a MAPPA original.
Oh shit,
My
MAPPA.
ear just popped.
Oh, sorry, I sang too hard.
MAPPA original. It's a good, funny comedy. It's all over the place. I love it.
Oh,
We
boy.
watched it a little bit in the club a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah, on Wednesday. We do things at Davis too.
Yeah.
Maybe
You dropped that already.
some-
Enough shilling.
sometimes we do. Yeah, so that's 4 anime that I mentioned.
Yeah,
Ursa
4 more.
Yatsura
Okay.
is a rom-com
Let's go.
reboot of a show series from the 70s, 80s.
70s, 80s.
Like the manga was in the 70s. I think the anime was in the 80s. It's very old, but the reboot's by David Productions, so it's really good.
Who's David Productions?
David Productions is an anime studio that does JoJo.
Oh.
They do JoJo, and
JoJo.
they also do this next show that I'm watching, Undead Unluck.
Oh, yes. I've been hearing so much about Undead Unluck.
Undead Unluck has gotten really good. I feel like it started off a bit like weird and like kind of like mid. I feel like to some people would describe it as like a mid shonen, like kind of like generic, but the power system keeps developing and it's been getting really good. I'm an anime only for pretty much all these shows unless I mention otherwise.
It's like an iceberg type deal where like the
Yeah.
deeper you look into it, the more cool it gets.
Well, yeah, just like the more you watch it, the more cool it gets.
Okay.
You don't really need to look deep. It's a pretty surface level, it's a shonen.
Okay.
What was that, number 6?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then I'm pretty much done because the last one's our free Ren, Beyond Journey's End. This show is my favorite of the season, probably.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. If you've watched Free Ren and you're listening to this,
Shout outs to you.
yeah, Free Ren is an amazing show. If you love fantasy, if you love, it starts off with like no action, but like
It ramps up, right?
it gets pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and the 8th show I'm watching I can't mention due to reasons.
Yeah. we're trying to keep this podcast like PG-13.
But if you know,
You know.
it's a show that if you know it exists, you're already watching it. So
Okay, word.
just throwing that out there. That's the 8th show, in case
Yeah.
because it didn't add up in your head because I did mention 8. But
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, it is almost time to wrap up the show.
yeah, this is gonna be a little bit of a short one because
Yeah.
we got a little bit of limited time. It's the first episode too, like just like an introductory thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to hear more of us, well, you have no choice. We're gonna make more,
Yeah.
and we'll push it in your face constantly.
We're proud of this, are we? I don't know.
Well, time will tell.
Time will tell.
How we feel about things.
Oh yeah.
But either way, we're gonna continue. You can't stop us.
No.
Unless like
I die.
yeah, he has to die.
Yeah, I have to die.
Yeah,
It's
not
like-
me though. If I die, it's still not.
No, because I'm the host.
Yeah, he's the host.
I
so-
could rotate out for as
Yeah.
many members as I want.
Yeah, maybe we'll have 3 people. We'll have one of
Three.
you guys.
Yeah.
We'll have a special guest.
Special guest.
Maybe Saud can come on and talk about One Piece.
Oh shit.
That's the third one. Third shout out.
Yeah.
If you want to be on the podcast and you're listening to us, or if you just, I don't know, just let us know. If I'm not around, you can even replace me. I'm very replaceable.
No, don't say that, Austin. You're my best pal. You're my presidente.
Please do this instead of me.
Oh my god. I'm pouring him hostage. Okay. I would like to end this off with shouting out some other clubs. I feel like I mentioned that before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so shout out to Relay for Life. I'm also part of that. That's great. Yeah, I know. So smooth. But our main walking event, it is on March 15th. Time to be determined, but it's going to be a good time. It's all the money that's being generated through the event, like the $20 you need to get in. You get a meal, you get a shirt, you get a luminary bag, access to the event. That's all going to cancer research. It's pretty cool. I think it's a really, really good time. And another club that I want to shout out is Sheridan Esports. They are ramping up. They are going to have their premiere games this coming week, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this in time for them to see it, but if I do miraculously, then yeah, stick around for that. It's gonna be cool. There's gonna be League of Legends, there's gonna be Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, all sorts of games that I may be commentating on.
That sounds amazing, but I have a little shout out to make.
Okay.
It's the developers of Inscription, the game that's better than all of those that you just mentioned. I've been addicted to it for a whole week. It doesn't let go of me, man.
All right.
So
we're wrapping this up. Shout out everything and Inscription devs. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.